The babies in these photos all have one thing in common. They were delivered by this man.
I don't want to see any child found dead somewhere, and this is what we try to prevent.
Tim Jacquard helps pregnant women in crisis.
Children of Hope Safe Haven.
Jacquard founded the Children of Hope Baby Safe Haven organization in New York after making a gruesome discovery on the job.
In 1998, as a medical officer with the police, I responded to a call, baby not breathing, and found a 6-pound, 4-ounce baby boy drowned in a toilet bowl in a courthouse.
After responding to the deaths of 3 more dumped infants in a span of 2 months, Jacquard's program began running a crisis and counseling center for pregnant women.
I know you said no one knows about this pregnancy, and you've been hiding it for 7 months now. So are you, is there maybe any other way that you might be able to take care of this child?
Jacquard operates his foundation under New York's Safe Haven law, which he wrote. It's a law that allows a parent to drop an unwanted newborn at a safe haven, a police station, fire station, or hospital, or give the baby to any responsible adult and not be prosecuted. 48 states and most European countries have adopted some form of this legislation. Since the first state law was enacted, more than 1,000 babies nationwide have been safely relinquished.
The Safe Haven law provides a birth mother, an opportunity who's been hiding that pregnancy to be able to have contact with somebody. We will help her be able to give birth safely and get that child into a safe environment rather than in a peril of in a woods or in a dumpster somewhere.
When a woman calls, Jacquard and his team offer 3 options: a parenting plan, an adoption plan, or relinquishment.
Are we encouraging women to use the Safe Haven law? No. That's why we have the Crisis Center. We try our best to get them into the other plans, making the relinquishment the last resort.
Whichever plan they choose, Jacquard is ready at a moment's notice, always carrying a baby delivery kit and a wad of cash to temporarily house pregnant women who may be living on the streets.
We want to make sure that you're going to be safe.
In the last 9 years, Jacquard and his team have delivered more than 24 unwanted babies safely and secretly in apartments, elevators, cars, and even New York's Central Park. But there are women out there whom Jacquard just cannot reach.
We just couldn't stop them from thinking that route, that direction.
Jacquard calls this plot of land the Island of Hope. In the past 8 years, he's buried more than 80 illegally abandoned babies here.
And then started burying all the rest of these children by taking legal custody.
Jacquard takes legal custody of every deceased abandoned infant in the New York City area for one reason.
If the child is deceased, the only medical need that that child has to prevent further decomposing of their bodies is to give them a dignified burial.
Jacquard's program itself doesn't have many detractors, but the Safe Haven law does provoke some criticism.
It does appear that these laws are persuading some number, a growing number, of young women to abandon their children who otherwise would not have done it.
Pertman says we need to address the root of the problem.
I would say those women need help. And so if we can help those women as a starting point, we're going to cut down on the number of unsafe abandonments.
On that part, Jacquard agrees.
I hope that the clinics will be set up to where the birth mothers will have a safe way to come in, and that the crisis centers are operating on the same level that we're doing here, dealing with the 3 plans that they have the options to make, and with the understanding that there are other options other than the relinquishment.
For UPI.com, I'm Kristen Volk.